I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to give you an overview and a guide to the guild's ranking battle event. And this time we have an Earth Dragon, a new boss and a new dragon variant, as we already have a Fire, Wind and Poison Dragon. And this guild battle is all about physical wind, and we can only debuff this dragon's attack and defense. And also there's no sigil trap this time, and this dragon has a wind gauge that will keep filling it up with his every attack, so here you want to keep depleting his gauge and not let it fill up, because if he manages to, you will do rock armor that will fully buff his defenses and wind resistance, meaning that you'll do no damage until you nullify all those debuffs. And the dragon will do some chomp attacks, and one of them will debuff a character's attack, but this won't last long, so you can wait a few seconds until it expires and you can use ADB on that character. But also, mock battles are still different from the real ranking battles this time, and Applebot said they will fix it in September ranking, so that's fine, but that means that the real battle is shorter than the mock battle, as every boss animation is in real time and the timer doesn't stop during them, unlike in mock battles. So every intro animation, every boss animation, the charged one, it all takes away the time, and the real battle is around 3 seconds shorter than the mock battle, or even shorter depending on how many times the dragon manages to do his rock armor animation. But we have 5 stages with 5 different difficulties, but it's still the same boss, and he will just have more HP, will do more damage to you, but the real battle is still the same. And on lower stages you won't need a healer, but starting with stage 3, just like last time, you'll need to have some heals available to ensure that everyone survives and doesn't die prematurely. First, the additional equipment buffs, and this time it's Cloud and Lucia that are featured, so best put their equipment here to get higher bonus. And yes, the higher overboosted your weapons are, the higher bonus you can get with better buffs, and it all depends on your account progression. Yes, similar, and I have noticed that newest banner gear have 400 points if you pulled on them, so Monster Hunter as well as those recent summer banners can boost your level the most. Now for a team, and since it's all about physical wind DPS, we have Tifa, Yuffie, Vincent, Sephiroth and now Zack as best wind DPS, so it just depends on what you have available. Also, this is yet another battle where Camera Aerith is the MVP, boosting attack of both your DPS and also can debuff wind resistance and physical defense at the same time. So if you don't have Camera, with Flower Wand, Nanaki with silver color is your best option to debuff wind resistance of the boss. And I am personally using Nanaki, Sephiroth and Zack, as those 3 are my best options. Nanaki here is just mostly for wind debuffs with Aurora Blow, then Sephiroth with his double wind DPS combo as my main DPS, and then I have Zack with Falcon for DPS and Twinkling Star for debuffs to boost Sephiroth's damage. But of course, if you pulled on FF9 crossover, then Zack's new weapon, that wind weapon, is incredibly strong, and as OB10 it makes him one of the best wind DPS for this event, and even out DPS's Yuffie, and unless you keep Vincent at very high HP, Zack's new weapon with Sephiroth are 2 best options here. That was just about individual team, but since those events are about whole guild participating and coordinating, it depends on your and everyone else's teams on how you tackle the bosses. So far I am mainly designated for stage 1, as I can one-shot it with my team, because I can do only about 60% on stage 2, 30% on stage 3 and so on. So mainly I am stage 1 for clean kill or clean up on other stages if needed. And individual strength is important, but also coordinating is equally important, I think, and everyone contributes equally, and having a smaller player to clean up remaining percentage allows your stronger players to have more attempts to hit harder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The individual scores matter, but it's all about coordinating to maximize efficiency for the guild to work together and gain as many points as you can. First, you want to start to apply all your available buffs and debuffs, so in my case it's physical defense debuff and wind resistance debuff, and if you're using Sephiroth, then apply his Shinra military sword buffs, and then wait till you hit max stance to start doing DPS. But also always pay attention to the rock armor wind gauge, and you really want to keep depleting it and not let him fill it up so he could do his rock armor. But also, I'm doing the mock on stage 3, it doesn't matter. You can do mocks on every battle to see where you are fit the most, but this dreadful jump, always switch to the character and wait a few seconds for it to expire, or if you need to replenish your buffs. But those ranking battles are all about being efficient and maximizing your DPS to do as much damage as you can in them. But on easier stages you don't have to worry about HP, but here I recommend pay attention to that so no one dies. But whenever you see those buffs and debuffs flashing, you want to reapply them and replenish them as quickly as possible. So for example, I see Zack's debuffs are flashing, Sephiroth's are flashing as well. So I already reapplied Sev's buffs, but now I have to debuff his physical defense again. And we should be fine here. After this there will be another dreadful jump coming, so in my case it's always Sephiroth that gets targeted. 100% accuracy to him getting hit every time, so I always switch to him and just wait it out. But also, since we have 40% left, the battle is almost over, because even on mocks you don't want to let the timer hit 0 because it will be just inaccurate. And that should be fine. It's hard to get accurate readings because the real battle, it just depends on how many boss animations you get. If you get no rock armor, you can quit around 20 seconds. If you get once, then maybe 25, and so on. But then whenever you see the timer, just quit. But yeah, that would be all. It's just about reapplying those buffs and being efficient. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.